Good morning for everybody here in Sydney, Australia. Here I am playing with this technology and see if what goes on my mind or my brain is easier to be communicated to you all using this way, right? And typing and giving you a long email. So as you can see on the message, there is I prepared like a quick agenda, so I'll be navigating back and through. And there are 4 attachments. One is a graph and a few other files. Okay. And the purpose of this message is not to give you more work. The purpose of this message is to kind of invite you a collective space for reflection, a space for seeing where our wins are, our opportunities are, etc. Okay, so I'll be flicking between screens and see how this goes. Trial and error, first time. Yeah, nothing is perfect, and if anything, we can always work on. The first thing, number 1, which is the file number 1, is this that is on my mind, is eating my mind, is my vision for this school. Where are we heading? And I prepared this graph, and you will have it on your email attachment. The reason I prepared a graph, you know this saying that if you can draw it in a grant, you can win it. And I think it's imperfect. It's still first trial in a way, and let's see how it goes. I draw it at home, but I see if I can navigate you through what I have on my mind and see if you can help me. It's an invitation for you to help me improve it. Then on the agenda, quick revision on the accountability. Then what if, shall we dare or can we do approach, and various other points. So let's crack on with this first point, my vision for the school. And the rationale for this is that we need to have clarity on where to invest the energy and our resources, and particularly more so why. So I'll try to explain what I have on my mind. Also, we need to have a clear map of what is happening. We have some very good maps and many things that are happening right now, but we don't have that clarity, like a map. If you travel to a city, where is it happening and how, and offer that for opportunities for everybody who wants to contribute. The reason of doing this is also we need to protect time for strategy, and how do we do that? What is the best space, and how can we not only facilitate and protect, but equally support it? And it's work in progress, and it's an invitation for everyone to provide feedback. So let me see if I can crack down. Importantly, it's work in progress. I need your insight, I need your feedback, I need your input. But as you know, and thanks to Camille for her support as deputy, and we were calling for an acting deputy head of the school to be with us between January and March. And the plan is to finalize this and to launch it in late March, April, and then have this clear structure that guide us for the months to come. And the rationale for launching it in April is that then we can have 3 months of trial and error and see how it goes. Is it working out? And we have the opportunity of the retreat to help us navigate and to help us review, revisit, etc. So let's go on to the graph. So I want you all to look on your screens of the graph and then accompany me through this. So let's see if I can guide you. The first question at the top is, what is the business of a school? And I've been trying to ask myself, what is the business? I mean, what do we do? I mean, absolutely, we do teaching here in B with your education, and we do aid research. So this is our business, our core business. But to me, it's more of our deliverables, right? So because if we were in the film industry, we have to do films. If we are in the jewelry industry, we have to do jewels. If we are on the theater industry, we have to come up with plays, right? So I don't think this is a core business. I think we deliver on high quality research, and high quality education, and it's our contribution towards here in the top, towards healthier societies, right? And how? And we have a working group working in our values. I think equity here is one of our things that is strongly. I put global health that I know is how, or it's because it's our contribution. I mean, for me, public health is this public contract, this public responsibility, is this social responsibility, is this social contract with the public. And who is the public? To me, is the entire planet. And it goes for all groups across communities, countries, and in the planet. So that's why I have this more kind of vision, right? If we do our public health very restricted here, it's an advantage and it's a strength, but doesn't get us away from that bigger, broader global responsibility as well. So that's why I put these two open for questions. So as you see, our research and our teaching, our education, is our deliverables that an academic institution guide us and contribute to these healthy societies. But then, what I've been thinking more and more, I feel like the business of our school, what is this platform here, what I call the section number C. And this platform C is, the business of our school is to provide a unique, robust, agile, efficient platform that allows us to deliver high quality teaching and high quality research. And I reckon we need to ask this question, how do we best build this platform for this school? I think in many of you, if I ask you what you're currently doing, I had no doubts that you have your brains and your time allocated to research and education and doing high quality work. But I see very less clarity on how many people have their brains and their minds and their times and their activities focused on the business of the school. And the reason is why this is called C is this business of the school requires time, resources, and not more time, nor more resources. It's the aggregation of an efficient use of resources. We have a large village, a large community, and I think we can nail it, because I think this business is not a one-man show, and if it's a one-man show, we have a problem, and because it's a problem of limitation of resources and reach. This business is our business, and we need to think creatively and carefully how best to do it. Now, why? Before going to the details of this platform, let me say why. And I've been asking until why do we need to care about this? Why does it matter? Why should we look at this? And I think it matters because it will enhance connectedness, and I think we need that connectedness as individuals, as institutions, as part of institutions, and our role of public health, connected to the public as well, but connected ourselves. That's our biggest advantage, that we can, by being connected, we can have better ideas, better actions, more efficient and activities, and even driving impact as well. So connectedness is essential. I think during our retreat, we heard that word, that even within our community, we felt that it was needed. Next to connectedness, on the why, have visibility. I think by being proactive in looking after this platform, we will be better off and better positioned to acquire, gain, and reach and maximize visibility internally and externally, locally and internationally, within the health sector, outside the health sector, and so on. I think the expectation, we're doing great work, but very few people know about our activities, and we could maximize that. How? Let's figure out. And I think with greater connectedness and greater visibility, we can have access and untap more resources. And I think thinking carefully and thinking strategically and being proactive about attracting resources is essential for us. This is work in progress. I invite everybody to say, Jaime, what if we change? What if we move? You're missing this. And I think we need to be proactive about this, because otherwise we won't be able to assign resources. How do we do this then? How do we do this C? I have one section that I sort of divided this into three, right? One, my fingers here on the camera, 2 and 3. And one is what I say, cover the essentials. I say, let's imagine if we open this kiosk, we have to open every day. We have to cover the essentials. And the essentials of this business is, let's imagine it's your flat. We have to pay rent, we have to pay electricity, we have to pay gas, we have to make sure that internet is working and operating, and so on. Equally, for us being an academic institution, we need to make sure that our degrees are following the procedures of institution, etc. So to me, there's an element of, I put it ops, but maybe we need a better name. I don't like it ops. We have HR responsibility, work health and safety. We have academic career progression. We have teaching. The fact that we operate in this business, the fact that this is our kiosk. I mean, if we do food, it will be a different, but we have essentials to cover to be able to navigate. So we need to map them out, and invest time in making sure that we're covering them well and doing them well. The one that is also very clear to me is to protect time and to protect resources and invite people to be part of a strategy. Because if we don't protect time for strategy and doing things and going forward, we default just to covering the basics and the essentials. So how do we protect that time proactively, meaningfully, going forward? And this is a space that I say to ask uncomfortable questions or to invite and to ignite everybody to work together. In the middle here, I have one element. Still, I don't have the word in English. I don't know how to put it on the screen, but it's this element of vibrancy. It says grit. I was talking to Diego. We talk about garra. In football, you have this spirit of determination, and but our people are collective, that pride of being together. So I don't know how to turn this yet into the structure, but I see that, to me, these are the three areas. One is kind of the essentials. I put it ops, but it's wrong. But are we covering the essentials? B is how do we work better with our community, and how, and C is strategy. In the strategy, I say I put in uncomfortable questions. Some things that come to my mind is a question for all of us in these communities on the education side. Is, let's say, we're going to turn 100 years in 2030, and the question is, should we be teaching the same in 2030? And if yes, we're proud of that, and we defend why we should be teaching the same as in, I don't know how long our programs will be dated, but as a minimum 10 years, maybe 15 years, maybe 20 or even 30 years, or maybe more. So the question is, by 2030, should we be teaching the same? If yes, why? If not, how? On the research side, I have less clarity in here, and the education side is very much straightforward. So we know how a school is structured because we deliver high quality teaching programs, and that is great. And people cannot default. People know what it's occurring, but on the research side, it's less clear. We don't know where it's occurring. For someone new like me, it has taken me quite a while. I know there's great people, there's stuff happening, but I don't know how to find it. So imagine like I drive into a big city. I say I land in London. I need to get to the Big Ben. I have a map, but in here I find it, particularly for new people, we don't have that clarity, which poses two questions. A, what is currently going on, and how do we define, organize? We call it hubs, nodes, etc., whatever. But right now, it's if you're a new person, it's very difficult to grasp what the school is doing in terms of the research. We have highly successful teams, highly successful individuals, but for the new ones, it's very difficult to accommodate and to have that picture. And here I have a sense of debt, say, particularly for HDR students, because HDR students should not only get high quality supervisions and a good thesis and a PhD and an email, they should also get a network. And if we don't clarify that map and network is accessible to them, we're doing a disservice to our HDR students and even to our master's students as well. So I need that clarity. How? I need your feedback, inputs, and insights on that. And equally, the question will be there, how do we move forward? So are we missing something or not? What are the missing things that we should be doing we're currently not paying attention to? Or what are the things that we want to move towards? Let me invent here. I don't have an idea, but say by 2030, we want to be world leaders in artificial intelligence and big data. Is that something that we want? But right now, we are reacting and not planning ahead. Or do we want to be the big people driving commercial determinants of health? I don't know. So I think, what are the kind of the big 3-4 areas where school is well positioned to make an impact globally? And right now, we don't have that space. So therefore, strategy, asking difficult questions and prepare for that, it's great. Some argue that maybe our business is also to do advocacy. So I'm very happy to revisit this and hear your inputs and insight. And I said, it's work in progress, but at least it had allowed me to clarify that we have a strong research and we need a map of what's going on. We have a strong education. I'm pleased to see what's going on. But I think I need to inject time and into this platform that enable us to do high quality research, high quality education, and to contribute to our mission in society. So this is it, an invitation process, an invitation to be engaged in this. Tell me where your strengths are, tell me where your weaknesses are, tell me where you feel comfortable doing, because everybody's busy, that's your thing. So my intention is not to give you more work, but my intention is how to use effectively and strategically the resources that we have. And I'm happy to hear all your feedbacks about this. So on this note, point 1 of the agenda done. Work in progress, but at least you have what goes in my brain. Now, Another reflection outside of this is, I apologize if during these first 6 or 7 months of my tenure, it looked like you have been left a little bit unattended, but I needed to learn what was happening. I needed to learn what was happening not only within the school, but outside the school, within the Faculty of Medicine, outside of the Faculty of Medicine, the larger university, and the larger institutions. So being new to the role and being new to the institution allowed me this kind of blanket to say, where is it that we can position? I think I'm able not to say that. And always open to work with you all guys. I think we have a large community, more than 180 people and growing, and people who are progressing. Good news, our track record of progressions is still 100% success in promotions. So that's a very good news. No credit for me, credit for everybody before me, and but also credit for you all for your work. So we have a large community, and I think we have, with that large community, is the opportunity of getting right for our benefit, getting right for ourselves, and for us to tell our stories out there. So why? Ignore the rest, but let's see if we agree on the why. Why do we need to work in this way? Is because we need to enhance connectedness, or we need to enhance visibility, and we need to attract or generate more resources. Right now, I don't see a clear path towards that. But if we agree on the why, the rest will follow. So this is agenda number 1. Let me go back to my screen and come back to you. Number 2, accountability. I think it's important to make progress and to maintain this element of transparency and accountability. So we asked for the quick wins in our retreat in, oh my God, August already, so a few months, and we said 6-month quick wins and 12-month quick wins. So you see the report of the quick wins team, so it's there, and it's coming there, so check on a few of them, and progress is done, and we have time to get it right. So I look forward to our another 9-month progress, and then to review quickly in our yearly retreat. So progress is there, check there's file number 2, it's a work file, so a calendar of events, be much more open about these activities, and there's still time, be connected, be engaged. So please reach out, we need you. Number 3, I call this section, shall we? What if we do things? I mean, these can do activities. The first week that I arrived, one of the first weeks it says, where are the HDR students? So I couldn't see them. Where are they? So my reflection on the HDR students is that why, and again, you have to think the way that I'm seeing an HDR student. Perhaps I'm wrong. I'm happy to be proven wrong, but here's what's it. If this is a global university and someone from international is coming to the University of Sydney, we're talking about that $60,000, give or take, per year plus living expenses cost for a degree that is usually a year and a half, maybe 2 years. So living in Sydney, a very expensive city, and paying a lot of money, I think the obvious question is, why should I come to Sydney? Or maybe I could go to London, I could go to Berlin, they have better beers. No, they have very good beers here in Australia, I have to admit, good quality. But I could go and study in Paris. It's a lot of money, and the student's experience has to be high quality, has to be priority. Now, when I asked where are the HDR students, I had this sensation that to me was not well connected, partly because of what I reflected before, what research is happening. We know the researcher is closer to us and our networks, but as an institution, we don't have clarity of the wealth of research that is happening. And our students are going to be our best ambassadors. So if they don't generate their own networks of people that with that pride, this is where I met my mates, my teams, my colleagues, that in 15, 20 years time, I'm going to reach out to them and work with them. And I don't think we're doing a good service for our HDR students. So I think connectedness also for our HDR communities. So I launched this idea. So I want to run a writing workshop with them. More than writing, it was kind of connecting and listening from each other, who is doing what, how they're presenting, etc. And I think it was well attended, around 15 or plus students. Thank you to all the observers. Thank you to all the HDR students who volunteered for these initial ones. The good news is that next year we're doing 2, one in Westmead and one also in this Camperdown campus. So there's more to come, and let's pass on. Happy to connect you on that. And Tiedemann and John helped me with all the logistics, and so they can give you more information about that. So it's good to see that that's more. So can do, yes. Where this is student, I saw 15 of them. Not all of them, but still I want to see them more. So this is one of the can do done. Asado, I'm gonna put on the list a hammock. I want a hammock, but that's my Latin ask one day. Asado, I asked, where can we do an asado? I made a mistake of asking the official routes. So I encountered WHS and so many problems, and no regulations. But heads up to our colleagues from the Institute of Musculoskeletal Health. They went ahead, they did their planning day, and they got us out. So that ignited the possibility that, yes, we can do it. So next year, stay tuned. There's an asado coming our way from one of our old school activities. Again, John, and there's 2 other people helping with that, so join in that activity as well. What is asado? Asado is not the meal. Asado is the space, okay? So here's the Latin explanation. Asado is the gathering. Asado is the space that while the meat is cooking, everybody has an opportunity to interact, to connect, to wait, and to sit, to eat, and one more. It can last 8 hours. We won't do it for 8 hours. I know we're in Australia, but be prepared for 4 hours, okay? It's not a common need and then off you go. No. It's be there, wait for the next round. You make a bite, eat a little bit, next one, and next one, okay? So I'm looking forward to that experience. And fingers crossed that I can make check done for next year. Also, the other progress is infrastructure. So the buildings determine our behavior. And I don't know if it's a joke for you, but I use this analogy that our building, particularly the Edward building, is a tropical medicine building. You know, there are offices behind these wooden doors, and we don't know what happens there. Behind those doors, there can be 1 people, 2 people, or in some cases, more than 10 people. So, and we don't know what happens. So as the building determines our behavior, I ask the obvious question: where is the place that people congregate? And the answer was very random. So you have the cafeteria, but then the kitchen. Yeah, but it's not accessible, right? It's not central. So been making noises here and there, and on the Burkitt-Ford Lounge. Edward Burkitt. I get confused with the name. Burkitt-Ford Lounge, I see that you will have news. So come and make use of that space next year. We want that space to be a collaborative space for meetings, for conversations, for ideas, for interaction. And it can be aggregated into a large venue or smaller venues. On that one, I invited also people from engineering, architecture, and design to look at our building and to think about this. How do we relate to our how is the behavior? How is our relationship as individuals with the building? And there are more ideas coming that way. And the plan there was sustainability. Not that we need sustainability infrastructure only, but how can we make sustainable practice within this building as well? So this is for Edward building. And then the opposite is Susan Wakefield or CPC. You have more open plans, etc. So how to bring these ideas for working collectively, and efficiently, it's another one. So this is in progress. And here's one throwing one idea. So I want to hear your reflections. So meeting-free half days. So what if we do have in the week 2 days or 2 half days of meeting-free days? So someone shared me this quote early: an empty calendar is a competitive advantage. The person who fills their calendar with average opportunities has no time for exceptional ones. And I think you're exceptional people, and we just need to protect that time for exceptional ideas. So do you like that idea? Are you prepared for that? Shall we do it? We can try and then we can cancel. But what if we go for 2 half days, meeting-free half days? So you can concentrate, contribute, you can plan your ideas, you can connect, get those that you want to do progress. Otherwise, just feeling that we are reacting can be tiresome. So I put it out there. Let me know what you think. Moving on, another space, ask your school leadership. I don't know if we don't have that question. So do we formalize it? How do we do it? random emails, but I want to open this, be closer to you guys. So how do we do this? And I want to put this on the shall we try it? And if you feel like it's necessary, let's do it. If you feel that, man, maybe not, let's not do it. But out there for consultation. And going to the point 4, values. In this busy time, I wanted to share a couple of publications with you. I've been busy also trying to understand how much of my time is right and how much is not. But I was able to put together, I don't know, I think in the first one, In Between Planes, and the second one, something I've been thinking quite a bit, it's a couple of commentary pieces. So the first one was invitation about the GBD study in Australia. So in a way, invited me to reflect how the opportunities that we see in Australia from a public health point of view. And the second one is more food, nutrition, food systems. So that's why I gave the title, Are We Settling for Less in Nutritional Epidemiology? So quick reads, 800 words, 8,000 words. So good to put our message out there with that community. I think it was with the Lancet. If you want to connect you with those editors in the Lancet, they're happy to as well. So just shout me an email. Send me. Finally, 4.B, end of the year. So yeah, I don't want this to be more work. I want this to say thank you. Go home, go back, go and rest, unplug, disconnect, recharge, be with your family, with your loved ones, nurture your relationships, and take this as a welcome message. On my end, I will be taking an extra week of holiday, so I shall be back around the 15th, 16th. I'm promising myself not to look at my inbox, so fingers crossed if I can do it to me. Erin Shevich will be the acting head of the school in that week from the 8th to I'm back. John is also around, so all looking good. I have no problems, no urgencies, I suppose. And finally, any other business, something I would have occurred in my mind, but I don't have anything else to share. So here we are, 27 minutes, live stream on YouTube. See if this recording is safe. And Feliz Navidad y próspero Año Nuevo. Que la pasen muy bien. Sorry, my Spanish got easier, for this warm thing. So I wish you a really, really good Christmas and a restful, recharging few days until 2024. So let's see if we can all get ignited with these ideas. And again, work in progress, but very happy to see your feedback. But more of all is what can you contribute to this? There's a saying, we call it in Spanish, sopa de piedras. Sopa de piedras is stone soup. When you are poor and you don't have anything to bring, you say, well, what are you gonna eat today? We're gonna make stone soup. And so everybody brings something. I don't have much, but I can bring this. I can bring 2 onions. I can bring 1 garlic. I can bring a couple of potatoes. And the collective effort makes the most beautiful soup. So I want you to be part of this sopa de piedras, stone soup. Every and each one of you can and have something to bring into this. Let's make it work. Adiós. Feliz Navidad. Nos vemos el próximo año. Happy 2024. Welcome 2024. Ciao.